Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Is Rich free to follow Brooke after Taylor turns down his marriage proposal? According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor Hayes might turn down Rich Forrester's proposal of marriage, allowing him to focus on Brooke Logan. Taylor would not be challenging Rich about his continued love for Brooke if she were not insecure, despite her desire to act otherwise. Despite Ridge's constant insistence that Taylor is his way ahead, Taylor obviously has some reservations about it. Now that Ridge is aware that Nick Marone is once again in Brooke's sphere of influence, those doubts will only grow. Taylor may get increasingly concerned that Ridge is still infatuated with his ex-boyfriend as his protective nature grows. Naturally, this can lead to Ridge going above and beyond to demonstrate his level of commitment. After all, at one point, Ridge was reminded by Eric Forrester that he wasn't married to Taylor or engaged, which diminished that commitment. Ridge might choose to change that and persuade both himself and Taylor that he can really give it his best for her. It's not a given that Taylor will accept Ridge's offer to settle down and start a new chapter in their marriage. By the end of July, Ridge will be pursuing Brooke across Italy as part of a triangle of love with Nick. How will B&B move us from Ridge's dedication to Taylor to his impending pursuit of Brooke? That speaks volumes about who owns Ridge's heart. If they could give Taylor more authority and eventually get her to dump Ridge, that would be great. With an engagement ring in hand, Ridge might pop the question and ask Taylor if she will marry him again. Maybe Ridge will promise to be faithful forever, but Taylor will protest that she cannot accept this offer. Taylor may insist that Ridge is still fundamentally in love with Brooke and release him to pursue her. Given that Brooke is the person Ridge really wants, it's possible that Taylor may terminate things and essentially grant Ridge permission to be with her. Ridge and Taylor are definitely going to split up, regardless of how everything turns out. Additionally, Brooke is having an accident that will influence Ridge's belief that she is his soulmate. Stay tuned for further details on Ridge's future as his love life is set to experience some significant changes. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna is prepared to pursue Hayes. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna will target a youngster in order to obtain what she desires. Luna Nozawa has lost all sense of self-control. She is no longer even acting. She is still the same person she was before, and she will do everything it takes to have a father in her life. If it involves going after a young boy, then so be it. Luna has been using a camera to surreptitiously observe Hayes and Steffi Finnegan Forrester's, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, every action outside of Hayes' new Spencer Beach house school. Luna sees Hayes alone outside when Steffi isn't there, and she introduces herself to her younger half-brother. Does she mislead the boy by revealing her true identity? When Hayes arrives home, the gift she gives him is bound to raise Steffi's suspicions. Will Luna inform him that their present is a secret, and that he shouldn't share it with his parents? In any case, Steffi will undoubtedly discover it and question whether Luna is pursuing her son. John Finnegan has to be informed that Luna is still out there. The fact that Nick Marone is Rich Forrester's biological brother is easy to overlook, which emphasizes Brooke Logan's preference to keep things within the family. You can use a knife to break the tension when Rich meets Nick. They continue to trade jabs with each other, demonstrating how fierce their rivalry is. Brooke will not kiss and inform Ridge, even if Nick has already diverted her attention from her purported fate with a kiss. But since he cannot have someone around that Brooke would ever glance at when he is with someone else, he will grow envious very fast. Although Taylor Hayes may be relieved that Nick is back and can divert Brooke's attention from Ridge, it only serves to sharpen Ridge's focus on Brooke. Wanting something you can't always have is always simple. At Forrester Creations, Steffi causes anarchy after all of the takeover turmoil. Forrester Creations has been oddly quiet, but according to Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, everything is about to change. The ceasefire between Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Steffi Forrester is about to come to a shrill halt. Read on for all the facts about what's happening on B&B next week. Everyone at Forrester Creations appeared to resolve their disagreements when the stars aligned. When Carter Walton informed Daphne that they would never be together, she left town, and Steffi and Hope declared a truce over Liam Spencer's tumor. According to B&B spoilers, Steffi Forrester is going to cause chaos. According to teasers for this week's episode of Bold and the Beautiful, Steffi will get in touch with Daphne. The Nose Rose and invite her to return to Forrester Creations, so they can continue working on their fragrance line. Hope Logan will lose it if Daphne accepts Steffi's invitation and comes back from Europe. With Daphne out of the picture, it was simple to agree to Carter's proposition. With Carter's biggest admirer prying into their lives once more, how long can their joyous engagement last? The workplace will be extremely uncomfortable if Hope and Carter's relationship takes a bad turn. We all know how petty Carter Walton can be, and nobody wants to handle a breakup in the boardroom. Hope may discover that Steffi originally recruited Daphne to separate her and Carter during the takeover, and Steffi's truth may come to light. In order to exact revenge on Steffi, Hope Logan might cause significant harm at Forrester Creations if that leaks. Prioritize your family. Finn's reasons for inviting his daughter. Let's examine this pattern. Sheila, Steffi, and Deacon Quinn have all done the unimaginable and succeeded in regaining the favor of their loved ones. Perhaps Luna should be given a playbook, but she doesn't deserve a free pass. This whole scenario may be turned on its head with one sincere dinner, an emotional apology, and a display of regret. Let's also take a moment to be strategic. Reintegrating Luna into the group has the potential to genuinely save lives. She isn't hiding in the shadows planning a violent takeover if she is snuggling with Finn and Steffi on the couch. Maybe she'll put down that gun and go get a smoothie instead. Parenting as a means of maintaining peace has merit. The fact remains that family is messy. However, nobody on B&B has ever let it stop them from standing on their own. Finn should do the unthinkable and reach out to let her in if he genuinely wants to end the cycle, save Steffi, and prevent Luna from sinking even deeper into the shadows. Because loving someone before they completely turn into a villain is sometimes the best way to stop them. Luna made her way into Hayes' life by wriggling. Ridge gave Nick the kind of respectful greeting you would anticipate from him. Nick immediately snarled back. Nick was beaming as he congratulated Ridge on getting back his company and seeing Taylor again. How magnificent! How unique! Are they getting married soon? Ridge criticized him for being overly preoccupied with his romantic life. Why is that? He has his own romantic life to think about, doesn't he? Nick acknowledged that for the time being he was a very single man. He is here to discover his fate. What do you know about fate, Ridge? Brooke almost let out a cry of joy. She enjoys nothing more than two men arguing about her. Ridge immediately started disparaging Nick and telling Brooke to avoid him once he left. He can't handle her. Avoid him. Ridge was obviously experiencing a severe case of envy. With the children in the new summer program safe and sound, Steffi and Taylor tried to unwind in the Cliff House. Taylor conveyed her appreciation for Liam's kindness. Steffi concurred. Liam was the one who should have been able to exhale with relief. Steffi went on to express her grief about Liam's approaching death. She wept for their daughter, Liam, and herself. It is simply too heartbreaking to consider that Kelly might soon lose her father. After that, Steffi and Taylor discussed Finn and Luna. They knew it was upsetting him, even though he doesn't owe Luna anything and can't have her around. Finn is too fine a man to abandon him without feeling bad about it. Despite all of this stress, worry, and danger, Steffi must remain strong for her husband, her kids, and Liam. All she wanted was for her kids, especially Hayes, to forget about Luna. As all of the children at the beach house displayed their buckets of trinkets to Ms. Dillon, little Hayes was extremely pleased of himself. Luna seized the chance to spend a brief moment with her younger brother, when the teacher waited behind to get something he had left behind when the class was led inside. Hayes was quite happy when she presented him an origami crane. They had a brief meet and greet before the teacher called him inside. When Electra arrived, he was delighted to show off his new gift, not only to his teacher but also to her. Hayes was taken home by Electra, where they displayed his new trinket and related how a kind woman had given it to him. Everyone thought it was a random beach chick. Boy, were they mistaken. As Steffi fretted over the future of her children, Hayes hurried off to play, leaving Electra to brag about how wonderful her children are.